Look, let's face it, the cruise lines, they do their best to create an environment where people can come on a cruise vacation and have a wonderful time, but they're not doing enough. They're not doing enough because there's still some people out there that will straight up ruin your cruise. And so I've got some suggestions for the cruise line, and it starts with banning these cruisers. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. My name is Tony, and well, I'm somewhat known in the cruise space. A lot of people seem to know me on the cruise ship, and because a lot of people seem to know me on the cruise ship, somehow I've become the de facto complaint department. Like, there's a whole customer service department, but a lot of times when people meet me, I am the de facto complaint department. People want to complain about their cruise, and well, the cool thing about being the de facto complaint department is that now, if for some reason I find myself being the leader of all the different cruise companies at the same time, I've got all the information that I need to start banning cruisers so that everybody else has a good time. Until that happens, let me just put it out into the universe. These are people that should be banned from cruise ships. Let's start with the easy ones. Anyone who does not have their paperwork ready at the time of embarkation should be banned. It's a simple process that thousands of cruisers go through on every embarkation day. You show up at the cruise port, you show them your boarding pass, you show them your identification, whether that's a passport or a birth certificate with an ID, and then you get on the freaking cruise ship. I don't know why it's a challenge. Why is there anyone who gets to the front of the line and they're like, honey, do you have the passport? Honey, do you... Another embarkation day person that should be banned is anyone who fails to complete the muster safety drill process in a timely fashion. Hey, there's a lot of people on board that haven't completed the muster. If you hear that announcement once and you still haven't completed your safety briefing, I've got grace for you. I'm not a tyrant. But if you're somebody on the fourth time who's heard that announcement and you haven't completed your safety drill, banned. Be gone. It's such a trivial thing and they barely teach you anything at the safety briefing. Just go get it done so we can quit hearing the stupid cruise of, hey, welcome, we're glad you're on the cruise ship. We still got some people that haven't completed. Trying to catch a nap in my underpants in my balcony cabin, and you keep disturbing me with this embarkation day muster announcement. You know who else should be banned from cruising? Anyone who refuses to tip a tipped employee because tipping culture's out of control. Look, I'm not saying you should never adjust your gratuities because of bad service, but come on, how often have you had service so bad on a cruise that your gratuity is now zero? Here's a reality check for zero tippers. The cruise vacation experience includes being serviced by people who work for tips, and if you have a problem tipping people who work for tips, well, maybe you should avoid the cruise vacation experience. Don't be a cheapo. Stop scrolling on your phone and listen to me right now because you're one of these people. Anybody that talks during a show or presentation, banned. There's nothing more annoying than going to the debarkation presentation to figure out how you're going to get off the cruise ship in a timely fashion, and then you got some wiseacre in front of you talking to his wife about whether they packed the suitcases or not. This is going to be the same guy that's in the wrong place the next morning yelling at a crew member because he can't get off the cruise ship because he had his head so far up his... Same thing for shows. Don't come to a live performance where somebody's going to sing and dance and just sit there and talk about something stupid. Number 5, and I want to be gentle with this one because it involves children. Any parent that allows their kid to swim in the hot tub should be banned. Swimming pools are for swimming and jacuzzis are for hitting on strangers or just spending time with your loved one. It's not for kids to swim in. And what's really embarrassing is when you're 65 years old and your 35-year-old kids in the jacuzzi doing laps with the floaties on. Get that man out of the jacuzzi and into a swimming pool if he wants to swim. You know who should get instantly banned when cruising? Anyone who vapes in the elevator. The elevators are made primarily for two things: moving people between the cruise ship decks in an up and down fashion, and crop dusting. I'm pretty sure that's what the elevator for. It's not for vaping. Vaping is considered smoking in the cruise vacation realm, and smoking is only allowed in designated areas. And you know what one of those areas is not? The elevator and your balcony, but the elevator for sure. Now, this next person not only should be banned from cruise ships, but they should be made fun of mercilessly, I think. Anybody who sees the captain out and about, meeting and greeting, shaking hands, kissing babies, and the first thing they say to them is, "Hey, Captain, who's driving the ship?" I'm sure the captain has never heard that. And the fact that I've heard it a lot means that you've probably heard it a lot too. Can we come up with a new captain walking about joke? I've done 7 of these. I wonder if anybody's in the comments yet. We should ban YouTubers and talk about banning people from cruising. Okay, let's talk. Look, you guys complain to me. This is what you get. This one might be from my own personal list. Anyone who splits tins. I have seen so many blackjack tables clear out when you got the one person splitting tins. Splitting tins versus a 5 or 6. Well, I'll split tins if I want to. I paid this my money on my bet. Yes. Yes, and maybe there should just be a table for people that will split tins. It should be advertised like this is the split 10 table. The majority of blackjack players, they don't love it. They don't like it. You gotta go. Sorry. And since we're talking about the casino, I got a freebie for you. Let me give you a joke that you can use on your next casino adventure on the cruise ship. This doesn't make as much sense on land, but inevitably when people are gambling and losing, people want to commiserate. They'll reach out to you and say, "Man, it's a rough cruise, right? How's it been going for you?" And I've been hitting people with, "Well, it's been going so good for me. They've comped me the buffet." And that gets a chuckle, and if you're a gambler, you probably know why that's funny. Let's move on with the list. I got 4 more. Can you hang with me? Also, let me quickly invite you to subscribe if you like staying up to date with everything going on in the cruising. I know you do. Look at you out there. You're wearing your cruise day outfit right now, and you're just at home. You're not cruising for another 200 days. I know you do it. I know you put your cruise clothes on and act like you're getting ready to cruise. I'm here for it. Be here for me. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, hit the like button. Thank you in advance. All right. The next person who should be banned is anybody who does not wash their hands after going to the bathroom. A few years ago, before technology was as advanced as it is now, there was an application that came out for the iPhone that would auto-tune your voice. And being the futurist forward thinker that I am, I took the opportunity to write a little song, an original song, so that I could have it auto-tuned. And unfortunately, because of time and the changes in technology, I no longer have that original recording, but I am happy to perform part of it for you here. Sometimes I touch poo when I wipe my butt. Sometimes I touch poo. It's better when it's auto-tuned, but I don't think that technology exists anymore. But the takeaway is I'm not unique in the fact of what I just said. And so when you go to the restroom, whether it's you're looking out for number 1 or looking out for number 2, if you don't wash your hands, there's a good chance that you're bringing some stuff out of the restroom that should be left in there. So yeah, how about we do a little washy or get banned from cruising? The next person that should be banned from cruising is anyone who calls the ship a boat. This is very offensive to mariners and seafarers and Popeye. I was in a line at a casino waiting to get a loyalty card, and I was talking about the adventure we had just had on our very first cruise, and I was going on boat this, boat that, and boat this, and boat that. And the seasoned looking gentleman with an anchor on his bicep that would move when he flexed said, "Look, it's not a boat. A boat can fit on a ship, but a ship cannot fit on a boat. And you, sir, were on a ship." Okay, sounds good, buddy. But now the more cruising I've done, I feel where people are coming from. And so I think an easy way to solve that problem is anybody who refers to the ship as a boat, B-A-N-N-E-D, banned, if this was Elizabethan England. Banned. Sorry, them's the brakes, kids. The next people that should be banned from cruising are all peer runners who refuse to run or at least do not seem ashamed when they are late for the cruise. If I know anything about our society, we want people to be ashamed. And there's nothing more infuriating to a bunch of cruisers hanging off their balconies, catcalling the tardy, than a non-ashamed peer walker. You gotta run! Run, Forrest, run! If you're going to walk the pier and not show any level of contriteness, I think that you should be banned. Okay, we've arrived to the very last item on the list. Before I let it loose, I just want to say thank you for watching this presentation. Please subscribe for more. Hit the like button. I've saved the most egregious for last. There'll be a recommended video. Watch that next. These people have to be shown the door. Anyone who goes to the main dining room and orders a steak cooked well done and has the audacity to complain about how long the food takes to be served should be banned. It's multi-level there. You can work that out for yourself, but if you're going to order the thing that takes the longest to cook, shut your mouth. And for goodness sakes, if you're sharing a table with people, skip the steak. Order chicken or something that doesn't take as long. We got stuff to do.